The first thing that I do every single day when I get up, I'm going to teach you the routine of setting up your day. I get up and I get my mind programmed before the day starts. The first thing you got to do is say what you're grateful for. You've got to go to gratitude immediately. Bang. You cannot get up and say, I'm tired. If you say I'm tired, you've lost. First thing you gotta do is say, I'm thankful. Today I woke up, I said, Lord, thank you for giving me this incredible opportunity. Or maybe it's just you're thankful for something else. Go to a place the minute your eyes open up that you're thankful. When you do personal development, you're gonna go through a change about every 3 months. You have one life. I don't wanna hear money is not everything. Money is freaking everything until you have enough of it. The real thing you're after with money is freedom. The freedom to come and go. See, personal development is the answer. But if you don't do it, you're gonna stay the same and go backwards. How to develop leaders with inspect versus expect. And this is one of the biggest traps that people have, whether you're, whatever industry it is, whether you're in network marketing, whether you're at a Fortune 500, you're building a team of employees, supervisors, managers, a CEO is trying to build a team of vice presidents. It's the same from the top down. And what I mean by that is there's a way of training people and a way not to. Every time I go into, let's say a group of people that there's 5 people and the leader's training people, and they go, gosh, I just can't get any traction with my guys. I'm like, what do you mean? They go, we're talking to people, but for some odd reason, I just can't get them to do more than what they're doing, or I have to always be there, or a manager goes, my departments are not growing. It's like we have meetings like for hours. I go over everything. I talk to them. I give them PowerPoint presentations. Everyone's there. Everyone's looking at me. Why do I not have any growth? What's happening? And the reason why that happens to people, guys, is there's 5 things that we're going to talk about today on developing leaders. First is you have to be the one that creates the consistency in that department. Meaning it could be a department of 2 of you, one of you, and one other person. Like I'm saying, I set this whole thing up, I unpacked it with teams, departments, VPs, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. But how you unpack this is this. If you are working with somebody, you have to master that process first, so you know where all the ways to win, and you gotta know where the thing falls apart in that department. The one thing you gotta make sure everything's being tracked. So if you don't have automated dashboards like I do built into my contact management or my deal dashboards and things like that. If you don't have those automated, you can hire people to develop formulas in Excel spreadsheets or sheets, whatever you want to do. But you've got to have where people are doing movements and reporting numbers to a specific spreadsheet. And what happens is when you see numbers, you get to see what's really happening. Numbers are the story of what's happening. The numbers tell the story. And without watching your numbers, you don't know really how to lead your crew. So when I'm doing numbers myself, that's why I started out at the bottom. I started out being a setter and then a closer, and then I became a leader of setters and closers, and then I became bigger and bigger, and then the CEO, right? Well, as I continued to grow the company, I had to learn each department, and I had to understand why does one department grow and why does this department not grow? And so because I had to face that when I hired out, then this is where the magic comes. Write this down. This is not going to be a long podcast, but this is going to be a powerful podcast. And by the way, what I'm going to teach you goes with when you talk to your kids. Maybe you have a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and you don't have to deal with them as though they're an employee of yours, but it's going to help you with communication all across the board so that you always can expect things to happen. And write this down. Here it goes. So the first thing that I do every single day when I get up, I'm going to teach you the routine of setting up your day. Number 1, I get up and I get my mind programmed before the day starts. When my eyes open up, the first thing you got to do is say what you're grateful for. You've got to go to gratitude immediately. Bang. You cannot get up and say, I'm tired. If you say I'm tired, you've lost. The first thing you gotta do is say, I'm thankful. Today I woke up, I said, Lord, thank you for giving me this incredible opportunity to see the ocean when my eyes opened up. Thank you. Or maybe you have someone laying next to you, you say, hey, thanks for being in my life. Or maybe you just have an incredible dog that always loves you the minute you were with them. Just say, hey, Thanks for always being in good spirit with me. Or maybe it's just you're thankful for something else. Go to a place the minute your eyes open up that you're thankful. Maybe God's distributed. I'm not like a big biblical person, but I do have my faith. Maybe God is giving you your business to start working properly. Be thankful. Or maybe you have food on the table and other people don't. Be thankful for that. The point is have gratitude when you wake up. Then go get your caffeine and then head to some sort of cardio. You can do rowing, you can do walking, you can do running, you can do incline walking, you can do everything, inside, outside. You need to get oxygen to your brain, and you need to do it consistently every day. You need to get your heart moving so that your body has to regulate everything in it, because then you're gonna get your endorphins going and you're gonna eliminate any stress you have in your body. Go back home when you're done, and you wanna make sure that you sit down with yourself and do about 30 to 45 minutes of personal development. What are you reading about? Well, I do Jim Rohn. You can read his books. They're all on Amazon. You can watch them on YouTube. And you want to do 30 minutes. Take notes, audio books, reading books, video books. And when you're done with the chapter, ask yourself this one question. How can this help my personal life? And how can this help my business life? And then start to incorporate that in your life. Go about your day thinking about it. Now, when you do personal development, you're gonna go through a change about every 3 months. Because if you do it every single day, after 3 months, you're gonna see a difference in who you are. You're gonna walk in a room with your shoulders back a little bit more. You're gonna have a little bit more pep in your step. Your voice is gonna articulate a little better. Every 90 days, you're going to change. But see, you've got to do the personal development just like you brush your teeth. Because if you brush your teeth every day, you're gonna have a great, beautiful smile. If you don't brush your teeth every day, they're not gonna rot out today, tomorrow, but they are gonna start needing some attention in 90 days. And in 6 months to a year, you're gonna be getting false teeth. That is your brain. Your brain is the most important muscle in your body, and if you don't nurture it and work on yourself, things won't change for you. Sounds taboo, doesn't it? Sounds weird. If for some people that don't do this every day, it's like one of those things where you're going, oh yeah, I've heard that before, personal development. Yeah, and look what your income's in, you're broke, you're acting stupid. How can you become financially literate and you don't work on yourself? You have one life. I don't want to hear money is not everything. Money is freaking everything until you have enough of it. So you're not after buying the car. You're gonna get a car. You're gonna have some fun things along the way. But the real thing you're after with money is freedom. The freedom to come and go. The freedom to buy a ticket to go on an airplane without having to wait 2 to 3 weeks because you're trying to save $100. See, personal development is the answer. But if you don't do it, you're gonna stay the same and go backwards. If you have the same friends, just take a look around you right now. I can promise you this right now. Look at your friends right now. They're all driving the same cars. You guys all dress the same, talk the same. Once in a while, you'll have one friend that's in debt because they bought some designer clothes, trying to look better and trick bag society to think they're somebody they're not. They're still broke. See, you gotta change your thinking in order to change your check. And if you don't change your thinking, life's just not going to change for you. So every single day, whether you're on the road, on an airplane, at home, wherever you are, it's just important to do personal development. Lastly, do your to-do list. And then from there, work on getting everything done on the to-do list.